All right, back for another episode of Live from the SNEWDIO.
Yeah!
Party mode tonight with Grand Funk Railroad, right?
Yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah. Love Grand Funk.
Grand, I like funk, I like railroad, I like it all.
And the song we're playing tonight is?
Sin's a good
Sin's
man.
a good
brother.
man.
All right, so if I was going to get a Grand Funk Railroad record, which one would it be? You guys are big Grand Funk Railroad fans, obviously. You used to be in a cover band that did Grand Funk,
I
right?
actually did that, yeah.
Yeah?
I actually did. I love it very much. Yeah. I'd say get the first live album. It's just called Live Album.
It's just called Live.
It's just called Live Album.
So I only have enough money for one. I'm going to get a live
Get
album.
that one.
In a studio
it's
album?
Just so raw.
Closer to home.
Can you buy it on cassette?
Closer to home, yeah.
I don't think I have it in my cassette thing.
Oh.
Cassettes are great. They sound great in your car. You get to rewind.
So it wasn't
Something
Grand
about rewinding, man.
What is this?
Yeah.
You can get to rewind your iPhone or your
cassette,
CDs.
It's
you know.
cassette night here at Live from the SNEWDIO
What the fuck is that?
Wow.
because they're bringing back cassettes for some reason.
I know, I heard about that.
A lot of bands
Crazy.
are using cassettes now to market their music. And I don't know anybody who has a cassette player. Does anybody here have a cassette player
Fuck yeah.
still? You still have a cassette player?
It barely works, but I still got one.
In your vehicle?
Yeah.
Or barely works. What do you mean
Boombox.
barely works?
Yeah, you know, you gotta kind of turn it off and on a few times until it
Okay,
plays.
so if I played one of these tapes in there, it would work.
Well,
right?
you'll be fine, yeah,
It
it'll
would
work.
totally eat the tape, right?
No, it won't eat it. It's just like it might not come on right away, that's all.
But I mean, why cassettes though? I mean, records are coming out.
Because they're vintage, you know, anything vintage is cool
Yeah.
now, so fuck
Yeah,
it.
man, it just sounds
I know.
cool, man. Sounds better, too.
I think Cheap Trick recently put out all their albums on 8-track.
8-track.
8-track,
What?
yeah. I know.
So if you had to make a choice between
I mean,
8-track
people
and-
can't play any of this stuff. They just
I'll
want
go
to
with
own
cassettes.
it, you know?
They're a little smaller, they're not so bulky, you know.
and you didn't, and the song didn't stop in between.
Plus, I
the-
didn't grow up with 8-track, so that's something that's before my time, so cassettes are cool though, it's my time.
I didn't really grow up with 8-tracks either.
Yeah.
This is an old one. This is the original artwork from this cassette.
This is actually all original
You bought
artwork
all
in
these
here.
at Tower Records, yeah.
These
Look
are
at
all
man.
original artwork. Yeah.
Art has changed a lot over the years, hasn't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, you actually,
figures.
when you made a cassette, you actually had to create all the music you wanted to put on here, and it took forever. And it was like I was telling you before we did the roundtable. It was like, okay, I'm going to make all these songs and I'm going to bring them to a party and then play it for somebody and hope everybody likes it.
Yeah.
You know, this is what I've been creating in my room for like 2 days.
What about
or 3
these
days.
tabs? Do you break these or tape over them to
You
protect
break,
it?
you break the tabs off. I always broke the tabs off because I didn't want them to
Taping
be
over.
tape over it. Yeah.
So you break
That was
them
another
off.
key
That way you
thing.
can't, if you hit
So I-
the record button by mistake, it's not gonna fuck up your tape.
So I could tape over this one.
You can tape
And
over
mess
that
you
one
up.
if you
Actually,
wanted
if
to.
you
yeah.
break the things out, you can put some tape over it.
Yeah, you can.
And then you can record over them again, take the tape
Oh,
off,
nice.
and then it's safe. Yeah,
See, tape is the best, man.
kind of cool.
And like I said, a lot of bands are going to the cassette singles out again. You know, they got a cassette single like something like this.
Why don't you have SNEW in there?
Well, they didn't make cassettes back then.
We gotta make cassettes then.
Are the waves of the future, you know? Waves of the future, But,
Sure, guys.
you know.
We're going to introduce
James
Mike in
Jakostiz.
about a minute. He's having too good a time tonight.
Hi, kids. Stay hydrated.
Okay, Mike. So when you start playing guitar, when was the
I was a
shining
little kid.
moment when
I
you
was
like
like 3 years old or
Oh, it's
something.
something like that.
3 years old?
You know,
Really?
like about that big.
Yeah,
Like about how big?
Little kid.
They're like that big.
Okay. So what was like the first band you got into that wanted you to make? Wanted you to
Beatles.
The Beatles?
Beatles.
Really?
Till the day I die.
Really? Favorite Beatles album?
Not really. Everything as a
Rubber
whole
Soul.
Everything?
is everything as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the way I go.
I love the Abbey Road album, but I'm not a huge Beatles fan. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I can see what you're saying. There's such a vast catalog of music.
Depends on how you're introduced to it. You know what I mean? Depends. So, and I was introduced in a cool way, and I just
So,
that's what influenced me to do pretty much everything musically.
so the Beatles, and then from
Elvis,
there.
Beatles, Elvis, stuff like that. You know, records my parents had, and then you know, I played a lot of different styles of guitar, so I got a lot of other influences that I like Segovia and played with people like that, a lot of jazz
yeah.
and stuff like that. And then but yeah, everybody, you know, Clapton, Vaughn, Hendrix, people like that too.
Cool.
Everybody.
Pretty much. Showed tonight on the takes of the song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
dude, you
ripping it
killed
up.
it, man. It was
Rock and roll, baby.
Yep. You really fucking killed it, man.
Played some great slide on the SNEW song tonight.
Slide.
Yeah, he killed it tonight, man.
Slide.
Why don't more bands play slide on their lead guitar? I don't understand it. That's like the coolest sound.
It's a dying
Yeah.
art.
You
I
know?
know.
A couple of episodes back, you had Phil playing slide on.
Paul Hill.
Yeah, Paul. He was
Paul,
playing.
yes.
Oh, I said Phil. Did I say Phil?
The bass, piccolo bass, and
Did you
Come on, what
did you ever
else?
buy any of these on CD? or
Awkward silence. here.
Actually, what I did when
That's
when
what that's for.
first
Yeah.
cassettes came out, it was like
distract the humans.
it was already recorded. It was easier, so you just buy the cassette, and then I wound up buying the record anyway. And then I went back to just the records because I like the way the records were.
Fucking winger. Holy shit.
Oh my God. No.
oh my God, it's really, is it really winger?
And Lover Boy. Are you kidding?
That's like got to be the worst album cover ever, right? Come on.
The shit is a joke, man. It's kind of cool, but you know. Now?
1988, alright, yeah.
Great
Is that
white.
Coco? 10 inches and functional.
Great.
This is fucking...
Europe.
It's actually not on that. Not
I know,
on
it's
that
a different
album. It's not
record,
on that one, yeah. But Grand Funk Tonight, I mean, that was like one of the saddest stories in rock and roll. They were a huge band, and they made what? No money at all, right?
Their manager totally ripped them off.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So lesson be
In those
learned.
days, that's what happened to everybody, especially when you play
Keep it
live
cool
and
though,
stuff
I was
like
the
that.
manager, please.
What do you think? Like Zeppelin got ripped off by Peter Grant? I mean,
I never heard any stories like that.
I know Jimi Hendrix got ripped off big time.
So a lot of the bands did pretty much back in the day. I mean, because Grand Funk was huge. They sold out Shea Stadium.
The Beatles got ripped off.
Everybody then, pretty much. And then
Yeah.
when do you think the tide started turning and bands got smarter about what they were doing?
When they got lawyers.
Yeah.
Good ones.
Well, I mean, what was that though? What year? Is that like
I don't
maybe
know.
when Kiss came in? Kiss totally took control over everything they did.
Yeah.
Late 70s
Yeah.
was when everybody started realizing, oh, we gotta get a lawyer.
Really. And then most of the time, bands were just interested in making the music, and that was it. And sign here, that's cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trust it. But
Yeah.
that goes all the way back to the blues guys. They all
Yeah.
got ripped off.
Yeah, fucking, for real.
For real.
They're like,
Yeah, they paid him like $50 while the record company went and made them.
yeah. And all the Motown guys too.
Most of the stuff that's recorded for Library of Congress, they'd be driving down the street and driving down the roads in Mississippi and stuff like that with a already tape, with a just a phonograph to be able to record, and they'd see people sitting on the porch playing, and they'd run up and they'd actually record them, and they'd ask to record them, and they split, and then they'd make records with them and put it on the OK label, and the Library of Congress would make money of it, like Sun House, Buka White, all that kind of stuff. Charlie Patton.
That's really interesting.
And then Zeppelin recorded it, and
Yes.
they got a jumbo fucking jet.
Jumbo Jack. Was that a Jumbo Jack or Jumbo Jet?
Actually, 727 when they
There
still
you
made
go.
it.
707.
707.
There you go. He would know.
Cool.
You're
Jumbo
right.
Jack.
707 was the first one, and then 727. Yeah, 707.
No, they didn't have a
707.
Jack.
Yeah, 707 was
Yep.
the first Jets.
Was it?
Yeah, and then 727, I think.
727 is smaller.
Yeah, and then 737 and then the 47.
They didn't never had all those. They only had one.
What? They had the 707 originally.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay, you guys talking about?
we're talking about DC-10s.
Who said that?
Did you put these stickers on?
Yeah, of course.
There's something.
That's so fucking badass.
Wait,
There's
something.
He was like proud of it.
These are like the coolest things too. When you went to a show,
Yeah.
they were passing out
Oh,
the
yeah.
stickers.
He lined them up
Ranger,
perfectly,
okay.
look at that, he was all,
You're passing out the stickers at the concert you go to, and these are all the bands obviously I saw back in the day.
KLOS.
And
you'd show up
and
at Friday night parties with this thing, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course.
This is the. I remember my dad had this kind of briefcase he'd take to work. It's the bomb.
I've got one like this too with tapes in it. All the insert thingy there. You know.
Yeah.
I had one.
And then the
Old school
KMET
shit.
stickers are always like lame compared to KLOS.
Yeah, KLOS. always-
KNAC are the best ones.
Yeah,
Pure
that's
Rock
true.
105.5.
Did you ever hide your stash from the police in one of these?
Actually,
They
I
work.
think I might have, of course.
Yeah, these are
Yeah.
good, man.
Yeah.
You see the red lights, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Want to hear some music, officer?
But another thing I wanted to bring up tonight before we head out of here, the Super Bowl was a couple of weeks back, and everybody was making a big deal about the Chili Peppers not playing live at that event.
That wasn't our choice.
I know, but why this year out of all the years? I mean, other bands have played, like the Stones have played, Springsteen. Why is it
I know,
the
they
Chili
all-
Peppers
yeah,
have
they all had
played?
pre-recorded
They're making a big deal about it. I mean, is it just because they didn't look like they were plugged
Because it's
in?
the Chili Peppers and they're supposed to be, you know,
What?
more street, you know, more credible.
Okay.
It's
Compared
like
to
something
what?
they would never do, but they did it.
They sold out.
Big fucking deal, man. Just get over it.
I agree with you. I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, but everybody was like making a big deal about it. It was all over the internet. Oh, the Chili Peppers weren't plugged in except for the vocals.
People gotta hate.
Yeah, but
It wasn't our choice.
no. I mean, like you were telling me one day, it's like, hey, if you're gonna be offered to
The
play at the Super
organized
Bowl,
Super Bowl decided to, you're gonna do playback shit, so they did. I still thought it was a cool thing to fucking be part of, so. fine.
Absolutely.
yeah.
And fuck
Yeah,
everybody.
because they've got limited time in between the game. They gotta set everything up and they don't wanna take a chance of, you know, audio being off, so.
Yeah, they got like, what, a half hour?
I get it.
You know?
I mean, it's always a challenge, to have a live band perform, shit can go wrong, and they just wanted to make sure it's just like, no, nothing go wrong here, and then,
Yeah, because
whatever.
it's not pre-recorded, it's live at the game, so
And it's
they
all
can't take
visual.
any chances.
Yeah, and it's all visual anyway. People are just watching. A lot of people might not even know who they are, and they're just like, oh, wow, this is cool.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but.
Wow.
It might be like a 3% crowd.
Yeah.
That didn't know who they are, but I think for the most part, everybody knew who they are.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're probably right. So good show tonight, guys, right?
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Grand Funk Guerrero.
Yep.
Thanks, Mike, for
Thank you,
joining
guys.
the show.
Thanks for having me.
We have
Boom,
some-
pound it out.
Pound it out.
Do it, snoo it every day. Don't lose it.
So, Mike, before we head out, what do you got going on? I mean, you're an LA musician. You got a lot of stuff going on.
Fly Johnson's. I'm his bass player.
We need to know. This is your big moment. This is your chance to plug your stuff.
Well, Chris, this is going to be a big year for Fly Johnson and Mike Hayes. If y'all go to flyjohnsonmusic.com, then you'll be able to check out the goings-on of me, Mike Hayes,
Nice.
Mr. Andy Lux over
he's
there,
Mike Hayes.
and a guy that's
Nice.
not here, and his name's Kenny, but he's
Mike
really
Hayes.
bad.
Kenny, hi Kenny.
So, what's up, dude? And you'll be able to, see what's going on from there. Plus, you can Google us, you can Facebook us, you can MyFace us, you can tweet, twat it,
My face.
Instabook, Instagram, all that stuff, everything.
Instabot.
FlyJohnsonMusic.com, FlyJohnsonMusic.com,
Brilliant.
FlyJohnsonMusic.com, and that's pretty much it. You'll be able to see what's up. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff coming out in the movies. We got the Road to Paloma is
Yeah.
coming out. That's with Jason, starring Jason Momoa. We do a lot of the soundtrack in that. We're actually a part of the movie. Wolves is another. It's a David Hayter film. We got 3 songs in that actually, but that's coming out on Warner Brothers. So that'll be cool. You'll be able to check that out. FlyJohnsonMusic.com. Peace, love, and
Cool. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
All right, guys.
Thanks for being here, everybody.
Yeah.
Fucking steal you, motherfucker!
All right, guys.
Rockin'.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Yep.
Bam. Rock and roll.
Cool.
Out.
Mike Hayes.
Out.
Alrighty, guys.
Get out of here.
Where do we find Mike's stuff out again? What is it? Why?
that's
Fly Johnson.
It's all about repetition.
Alright, I'm gonna need a hand getting these things back in place.
Simple riff that you just keep.
Yes.
Cool, Mike. I'll check all that stuff out, man.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Oh, those stickers are too much.
Cool.